Felt like the defense, at least from an intensity standpoint, this was the best day they've had so far. Something you agree with? You see the same thing?
I think it's increased each day, and that's been the challenge. I think the second day, and then we built on that to the third day. Yesterday there was a lot of intensity as well. Today there was great competition both sides, and I thought the juice actually picked up throughout practice, and that's what you want to see.
In particular, it seems like if there was full contact, there may have been about 10, 15 sacks. D-line was getting a lot of pressure. Where have you maybe seen them grown over the last few months?
I think just in their fundamentals and technique. I mean, we have guys that want to hunt the quarterback. I mean, that's the thing. You got to earn the right to pressure and confuse the quarterback by stopping the run. So that's a big emphasis. But the physicality on the way to the pass rush and the way to the quarterback, I've seen that improve from spring to fall camp at this point.
Through the first 4 days, who would you maybe say is one or two defensive standouts for you so far?
Well, you got to start with the guys up front, right? I mean, Brennan Jackson, he's tough to deal with. And what I say about him is the way he comes to work and the way he works in between the things that are required has been impressive. Obviously, you have R.J. Stone, you have a lot of guys. I heard Kyle mention that Buddha is really starting to show up for a young guy. Guys are making play in the secondary. There's guys all over. It's a little too early to say, and especially in those first 4 days, we're going to stay grounded and look at what we got to progress on. But the guys that are the leaders are showing up, and then we're starting to see a second wave come to create competition.
Kind of in that same category, who's maybe a freshman that's caught your eye through these first few days?
Isaac Terrell. You watch the way the kid plays and the physicality and the work ethic and running to the ball, that's not normal for a guy that just showed up.
I'm curious on the interior of the defensive line, who has kind of stood out the most in that position?
You got, Newsie's doing a great job. There's no question about that. He also brings the juice. He's a great teammate as well. And, he has leadership ability. If you're with him off the field, he's very stoic. You get on the field and that thing, the flip, he switches the flip, so to speak, right? Goose is coming along. There's a lot of guys in there battling. But I think that room, and with Coach Caligas, does a great job of creating competition within the room. I think that group has a lot of room to grow, but they have the ability to grow.
Just to be clear, who is Goose?
What? Gusta.
Oh, Goose.
Sorry.
It's all good. That's why I make sure we know who I'm talking about. Curious with the linebacker room. He just mentioned Buddha, and you did too. What has impressed you most about his practice so far?
Well, just where he was in the spring to where he is now, the understanding of the defense. He plays with physicality, aggression, has great instincts. He's still young, so there is a learning curve at linebacker. Linebacker is in the middle, the heart of the defense. We always say when you have linebacker next to your name, it's like having quarterback next to your name. So he's got to grow in a lot of areas, but he's starting to understand and pull the trigger and eliminate hesitation. Is really what Coach is preaching, and he's starting to do that.
Also curious about Devin at linebacker. What have you made of him so far?
Devin had an unbelievable offseason. I said he turned his body, no disrespect to Chevy, but he turned it into a Ferrari. So he's got the body to go with it. I think that when you do that, it gives you confidence, and he's progressing, and he's played a lot of football. But it's always new to the system, right? He's still in year one in the system, but I've seen him grow, and that's really what we're looking for, right? Perfection's probably not going to happen. I've coached defense for a lot of years at a lot of different spots. You almost never push play and see everything go perfect, right? But are you seeing progress day to day? And that's what we are seeing with Devin, and he's doing a great job leadership-wise as well.
Is he much of a talker, or what do you?
Yes. All right. Now, when you're around a lot of guys, like a lot of people, right? They're not always super loud on the outside, and then you get to know them. And Devin does a great job. He's got a lot of wisdom. He's a guy that has been through a lot of trials and tribulations, being at different schools. He's a high effort, high character individual, so he can share a lot of that knowledge that he's learned along the way with our younger guys.